Hey guys, welcome back to K Reviews Books. Today we're going to be talking about my fall TBR, books I've read already for fall, books I read last year for fall that I loved, and also there's books on here that I wouldn't recommend, but I read them, so let's talk about them. First things first, let's go over all the books that I have read for fall, whether it was last year or this year. I'm going to tell you whether I recommend them or if I don't, but either way, I've read 3 fall themed books this year, and then there's 2 recommendations from last year that I read. So let's just get into the first book, which is a book I probably wouldn't recommend. First off, I read Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. I read this year. It was an okay book. The plot was good. There's young kids, they're like 15, 16. The one girl, she has a coffee shop with her mom. The mom is a single mother and she is just kind of struggling. They make ends meet. She's able to provide for her daughter, but the new boy at school's family opens a coffee shop literally across the street from her mom's coffee shop. And so she has this constant battle of wanting to like the new boy, but he's also technically the enemy. And it was just it could have been a good book. This book is just so immature. We need to remember that the main character is 15 years old, and you need to think back about when you were 15, and that was almost 15 years ago for me. And yeah, so to think about this book, like kids in high school, the immaturity, she was just full of attitude. She was so rude to this poor boy throughout the whole entire story. And honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't have spoke to her again because she was just a total bitch. And it was just so terrible. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. I gave this 2.5 stars, and I think even that was being polite. I think I would have given it a 1.5, but don't recommend this book. But I did read this book this year, 2.5 stars. I'm sorry. I wanted to, like, it was so cute. Like the foiling, the picture art. It's a little misleading. I mean, granted, I didn't read the back, but even reading the back, like, you don't know that she's 15 and that they're young. So yeah, I don't know. This is a little misleading, not gonna lie. Next up is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I read this book last year. And okay, so if you know me, you know that I don't read a lot of Hallmarky. It's a lot of dark romances, mature romances. There's a little bit of attitude in the books that I choose, right? So I don't really like the fluffy, like, okay, there's never gonna be a breakup, there's never gonna be an issue, there's never gonna be this, because, like, that to me is so unrealistic. So when I looked at the cover of this book, I was like, this is gonna be Hallmarky and boring and vanilla, and I just can't. And when I tell you, don't judge a book by its goddamn cover, because what the helly ante is this? Because this book was absolutely insane. This story follows Jeannie, and she moves back to Dream Harbor because her aunt leaves her signature Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And she meets this brooding, mean man who, like, can't stand her, but he, like, helps her, and it's like, ooh, you know? You know? So, like, that's what the story was, and it caught me by surprise, and I was hook, line, sinker. This book, it was a 10 out of 10. I think I gave this a 6 star last year because I just absolutely loved it. And I don't really care. You will not get hate from me from this book. I don't care what you say. I don't care. You will not catch me. I will not accept hate on this book. I won't. Like, this, I don't care. It's smutty. The plot's there. Don't care. Like, shut up. No. Like, this book, Lord Gilmore, if you have no fans, I'm dead. This story is so good. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm ranting. This story is so good. So leading into that, now we're gonna move into. Next is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Again, this is in the Dream Harbor series. I think this is the second book Book 2. Okay, yes, this is the second book in the series. This book follows Hazel. She's real quiet, meek. She works at the bookstore. She, you know, never really had adventure. She's always lived in Dream Harbor. She just kind of feels like her life is at a standstill. You know, she has her dream job, but there's just like things where like, you know, you want more fulfilling in your life. So she starts to receive messages in books from a mystery someone. And of course, you know, if you've read the first book, there's the book club girlies, and they're a bunch of like little old ladies who plot out relationships in the small town. That is when the fisherman Noah shows up, and they start pushing him and her together. And this story is so good. Like, again, I just eat it up. Like, I get it. This is a smutty little book, but like the plot is there enough that it keeps me hooked to the point where I want to keep reading the book. So like, simple-minded. I don't know, like, just leave me let me read my book that I want. You know what I mean? Like, just it's amazing. Read these books. The Dream Harbor series by Laurie Gilmore, so good. 10 out of 10. They just released The Gingerbread Bakery. I haven't started it yet. I like want to start, but also like it's giving Christmas, so like, do I read it now or do I wait? But like, people spoil shit, so like, what do I do? Anyway, I've read all 4 books. There, I think, is 6 or 7 in this whole series. The fifth one, The Gingerbread Bakery, just came out like a couple days ago. So I think I'm gonna read it. I can't wait. I can't. But this series, 10 out of 10. If you want fall vibes, Christmas vibes, you have to read this. There is 2 fall books, the cinnamon and the pumpkin spice. And then there's the strawberry pancake something patch. That one gives me more like a spring vibe. And then there's the Christmas tree farm. That one's Christmassy. And then the Gingerbread Bakery, I think, is gonna be more Christmas as well. But this, guys, if you have not read this series, check it out. Like, I'm so damn serious. Next on the books that I have read so far for fall is Morbidly Yours. And yes, this story is super odd, super quirky, niche, if you must say. This story follows a guy who owns a morgue, and it's on a cemetery. He's painfully shy, and he must get married before he's 30 or he loses all of the family business. It's like in the contract. And this poor guy, like, just is so painfully shy. And then this girl named Lark moves in next door, and she hears about the predicament. They become friends. He tries to be whatever. She's like, no, like, I just moved here. But she really likes him. They're really good friends. And so she's like, I'm gonna help you. And so then they fall in love. And like, it's smutty. Like, bro is shy, but like, okay, like, Callum, you can get it. But yeah, so I love this story. Honestly, it is what it is. It's a fall, spooky, he lives in a cemetery, she's whatever. Like, it's, you want fall, this is fall, Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't read this for, oh, well, no, I read this because I wanted smut and I wanted it to be like Halloween themed. Perfect. This is it. This is the one. And lastly, from the books that I have read this fall so far is Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish. And again, this one was a lot. Okay, so I bought the physical book intending to read it physically, and then I read it on my Kindle. And I do that a lot because like the Kindle's just so much easier and I can take my Kindle everywhere. Anyway, it's 400 pages. There's a lot of this. This story follows Autumn and Zane, and it honestly is just like 500 pages of like fall. Like, he's like a snob, and her first impression of him is like just not good, and he's just like mean. Like, I love mean men. Like, what's wrong with me? But like, he's just like mean, and everybody like knows him as like the mean guy who comes into the coffee shop. And it's just like, this story's good. Like, again, there's not a lot going on here. It's just smutty, and it's fall themed, and they're in a small town, and he's a brooding, mean man, and she breaks his shell, and it's just, there's fake dating. Guys, forced proximity, fake dating, mean, grumpy ex-sunshine, fall. Like, what do you need? What else do you need? Like, I think I give it 4 stars. I ate it up. Okay, it was a little long, 500 pages, crazy work, but like, loved this story. Lastly, we have 2 books that I haven't read yet, so we're just gonna kind of talk about it because it's only September and I have 2 months of fall to read these last 2 books on my TBR, and I've heard some great things, but I'm also traumatized from the pumpkin spice and everything nice thing. Welcome to my world where I don't read the back of books and I just say, ooh, this is so cute, and buy it. Dumb. Anyway, so first things first is If It Makes You Happy. This is by Julie Olivia. I've heard great things on Instagram, great things about this on TikTok. And it says, my next door neighbor Cliff seems to have everything figured out. Small town golden boy, check. Single dad extraordinaire, check. Hot baker forearms, check. God damn. Okay. She said, on the other hand, don't at all have anything figured out. Trust me. So she's, you know, struggling. And this guy's name is Cliff. He's charming. He's charming, he wears flannels good, and even his pastries are goddamn good. Dude, hell yeah. And he bakes. So they want to be friends. So this is a comfy, cozy, slow burn romance. And it's giving the late 90s small town vibe. And I think it's set in Vermont. So I've been to Vermont, so this is like super cool. So yeah, and BK Borson said that this was pure rom-com magic. So I'm really excited about this book. Again, for a rom-com-y romance, again, I don't know if this is going to be smutty. I have no idea. No, there's like no age limit. Oh, here we go. Descriptive sex scenes, explicit language. All right. Anyway, okay, so this is an adult romance, fall romance book. Perfect. Okay, If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. Now I'm excited for this book because, like, again, I was so traumatized by pumpkin spice and everything nice. I just buy the books because they're pretty, and I'm like, oh, fall. Like, I want to read more fall vibe books this year because last year I only read like 3. So, like, yeah, and I have other ones on my Kindle too that I plan to read. But anyway, so I love the cover of this book, and the promotion that Julie Olivia was doing on her social media was just like honestly amazing. And I was influenced. Like, she was influencing and I was influenced. Like, this was good. Anyway, so yeah, so now I'm really excited now that I actually read the back of this. But yeah, this sounds so great, and honestly, be like me and go buy this book because, like, I haven't read it yet. I can't tell you if it's good or not, but like, go get it because, like, look how cute, and like, it's an adult romance. Duh. And the next book on my list is by Misty Wilson, and it's Falling Like Leaves. Again, look at him in his little apron with a little cut, and like, look, the art is so, how would you pick this up? Like, the art is so good. And then, like, on top of it too, it says, to all my PSL drinking, sweater wearing, apple picking, Gilmore Girls watching, pumpkin patch going, candy corn eating, candy corn! Fall loving readers, this one's for you. May we all find our Cooper. Cooper. Okay. So yeah, like, again, I don't know if this is adult. There's no like author note in this one. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so I don't know if this is gonna be like an adult, but it said, perfect for anyone who starts up their annual Gilmore Girl watching at the first sign of fall. I did. Anyway. It says Ellie has a lot of expectations for her senior year. Of what? Probably high school. But moving from Manhattan and to Bramble Falls, Connecticut. Okay, I've been to Connecticut, but I don't know if Bramble Falls is real. Probably not. Her parents' separation, that's exactly where her and her mom are headed. Yeah, she has to be in high school. Ellis's one-time best friend and first kiss, Cooper Barnett, who has not only majorly glowed up, but wants nothing to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Glowed up. Oh, boy. Then there's the Falling Leaves Festival, a month-long tourist attraction run by Ellis's aunt, celebrating everything autumn. Dragged to each event, she can't stop bumping into Cooper, the one person she's hoping to avoid. But the longer she stays in Bramble Falls, the harder it is to pretend she's not falling for this town and the people in it. As her return to Manhattan gets pushed further and further out, Ellis is forced to confront exactly what she wants for her future and what that means for her present. Okay, so, like, this is high school vibes. So I'm hoping... So, okay. I like YA books. There is nothing wrong. Like, I don't need smut to enjoy a book. Let me get that fucking straight. Okay? But if it was like pumpkin spice and everything nights, I can't, like, I will seize. I don't know. Like, I just can't. So, like, if this is good and cutesy and fun, fine. If this story, like, has, like, true romance, like, I just hate the immaturity of YA sometimes. So, and, like, especially the women, like, I don't know why, but, like, in YA books, they make these women, like, crazy, and we are not crazy. Stop doing that to us. Anyway, yeah, so I'm excited. I'm hoping it's not pumpkin spice and everything nice, because that was just crazy and mature. I'm hoping because they're seniors, like, there's a little more maturity in it, but we'll see. Again, I haven't heard really anything. I've seen the promotions on Instagram and TikTok for this book, but I haven't heard anything like I've heard for this book, because everybody's eating this up. So I think next on my list, after I read the Gingerbread Bakery, I'll be reading this to kind of keep with the fall vibes. And then I'll probably take a break, maybe read a thriller. Or I have other books on my TBR that, like, could fall under Halloween, I think. That I was kind of waiting on October. So I don't know. We'll see. And that is all the fall books that I have read or will be reading this fall season. I hope this kind of inspired you to get into the fall vibes. I know I am. Today I think it's supposed to be like 85. What the okay, like, why? Almost at the end of September. Anyway, so it's supposed to be hot, but I'm in the fall vibes. I've been making comfort food. I've been having PSLs. I have been wearing sweaters. I just brought out my boots the other day. Okay, like, leave me alone. I want it to be fall. I want it to be like 50 degrees outside because I hate the heat. Anyway, summer's over for me, people. Get out. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.